Welcome everybody to This is Rocket League. We have got an exciting episode for you today. We're going to be covering the Oceanic region and some of the outcomes for the potential major spots. Then we will move on to Middle East, North Africa, and then finally we're going to close things with NA. We should have chapters along the bottom, let you know what's going to happen where in the video. John, how are you feeling today?
Great, man. This is it. I mean, realistically, this is our last weekend of RLCS before we have like a little break, right? There's a little chill period of time, and then we have the major. Especially, I mean, I'm thinking about NA. Guys, like this is like, I'm thinking about everyone actually, but this is it. This is crunch time. This is where you need to play the best of your ability. And we also got the video on a Thursday, so this doesn't happen until tomorrow, which I know might throw you off, and it's usually like, games already started happening, and you might have missed half of them, but no, starts tomorrow, bright and early. I think 9 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Pacific for NA at least.
I think 10 a.m. Pacific. That's
and then OCE will probably be on tonight, like late tonight, starting around 11 p.m. Pacific is what I remember from when I would watch Power all the time and still do. And then MENA, is MENA before OCE?
MENA starts on Thursdays. Yeah. So it'll be Thursday, and I actually think it is 7 a.m. Pacific time.
Yeah. Oh, so that's already gone down. That's already started. Yeah. So
MENA starts on Thursday. They conclude on Saturday. Yeah. They got a little bit of a different week structure than we do, so that's just what works for them. But let's get right to it.
Yeah,
we got OCE up first. Here we go. Pioneers and Ground Zero. Those are your top dogs. Yeah. They've been in the finals for the first two events. They have accumulated the most points, and as you can see here on the screen, they've got a good lead, right? There's only really one or two teams, I guess three. Well, I mean, it's not totally out of reach, but like me and John were talking about it before we open up, Pioneers or Ground Zero is going to have to flub pretty hard for them to lose their two spots.
And they haven't. They have not been flubbing. Right. They've been playing super solid, back and forth. So we think, I think you would agree, I think we talked about this, we think that is who you're going to be seeing at the major.
And I think they deserve it. They have shown it. They've been in the finals each time. And Ground Zero, man, what a story. Like I said, just to refresh everyone's memory, this is a team of kind of a new squad here. We got Kaka, Fiber, and Super Lucky.
Why'd you say his name so, like, it was so rough to say.
I was thinking about who was the other player. I knew it was Super Lucky, but I couldn't remember the other one. Yeah. But Super Lucky was on Pioneers, right? And so now he's been removed from that team, and he just surged right to the top. So Ground Zero, a fun team. I'm excited to see how they stack up internationally.
Yes.
Next up, we got MENA. Similar situation here. Only one spot for MENA, whereas OCE gets two. But we got really two main contenders. Obviously, there are some other teams that are within striking distance, but again, it's going to take a flub from not only one, but both Falcons and RuleOne. It's just not likely. Now, John, we talked a little bit about this odd scenario before we jumped in here.
I really like this, by the way. I know.
It's such a...
This is a question for you all. This is a question for you all. So
it's a question for you all. What do you all think a team should do? Do you have a problem with it?
Yeah,
we're just gonna lay it out there, and we'll let you give some feedback on it. So
we're not gonna be judging your character, okay? This is just like, we just want to know what you would do if you were the coach of this team and you saw these numbers. They know these numbers for sure. So go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
They know these scenarios. So RuleOne is currently 8 points behind Team Falcons. As you can see, they typically meet up in the finals. Falcons gaining 20 points each time for the win, and RuleOne gaining 16 for making second place. So let's take a quick look at this bracket, whatever you want to call it, group stage. So we have Group A, and Team Falcons is most likely going to top their group. That's typically what they do, as RuleOne would most likely top their group, as that's what they typically do. So we say Group A, Group B, okay, top of the group. Let's see where that lands them. First place of Group A is up at the top. First place of Group B is that third spot down at the bottom, which means they would only meet in the grand finals. Now, why is that relevant?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why is that relevant? Yeah. Because there's only a 4-point difference between first and second place. So even if RuleOne was to win, they still couldn't catch Falcons.
Catch our drift? You catch what?
Is there a solution, though? Is there a way that they can make it happen? There is. Now, this is where the question comes into play. I got asked this, and it made me think, because I don't know what my answer is, but should RuleOne try to find that second place spot in their group?
Do their best.
Maybe losing, maybe just not playing their best. I don't know. Maybe they drop a game. Who knows? It happens sometimes. And then, if they were to be placed second in Group B and Falcons were Group A first place, they could actually run into each other in the quarterfinals, which means they would knock Falcons out at 8 points.
Oh my gosh.
Right? So let's do the quick math here. We got Falcons at 40 points. 48, that's right. And RuleOne is currently at 32. Now let's just say that RuleOne went on to win the event 32 plus 20 would put them ahead of Falcons.
So this is like
32,
where, you know.
And John point this out, 32 plus 16. Even if they just lost in the grand finals, they would still be tied.
Yeah.
So
Going
it brings a dilemma into the equation. What should Falcons do, or excuse me, what should RuleOne do? They want to give themselves the best chance to make the major. Obviously, every team wants to do that. And, you know, just with the format and the points and how it works, it just so happens that running into Falcons earlier in the event would actually benefit RuleOne.
Without a doubt.
So what do you do?
Without a doubt. Well, you told me, and I didn't know, that fixing it and like not playing to the best of your ability is illegal in Rocket League. Illegal. Is not, or is it frowned down upon? Okay, can you get in trouble? Like, could they get in trouble?
I don't know the answer to that question. I think it's very hard to prove that a team is not
Well,
trying
that's what
their
I'm
best.
saying. So like, in our heads, like from our outsider's perspective, do you think, like for me, I'm gonna be straight up with you, 100%. We're trying to get to the major, 100%. I have no qualms with it at all because it's like, it's gonna be a tough road for them. They'd have to lose. They'd have to perfectly time it out. Like it would have to work out with how everyone else is playing. So they really don't even have full control over it. They, you know, they could like lose a game here, win the, like what they want to do. But man, I would do it because I want to go to the major. I mean,
I know.
You know, I don't have any. I don't know. For me, I guess it takes away the, what's that called? Like of the game,
like the integrity of it.
The integrity of the game.
Yeah.
But does it? I feel like you are actually fully playing the game at this point, where you're trying to make it to the big stage.
Yeah.
So I have no qualms with it. I'm excited to like watch and like in my mind
it's
know
certainly
this.
gonna be a storyline.
Like we know this now, everyone. Y'all know this. Like we can watch, see how Friday went. Actually, you can check probably right now the scores with the Liquipedia. We can give you we'll put the link in the description so you guys can see. It'll be the first link in the description today. Just go check. Go check if suddenly RuleOne didn't win all three.
Wow, how did that happen?
Like maybe.
Hey, we're not. Let's wipe our hands clean.
Yes.
We're not encouraging anything.
No.
We're not discouraging anything. We're just saying that it's just a scenario. It's just there. That's how the points work out.
Fun.
It's unique. And it's not common because it's just this one team or you know, one team representing that region. And now you've got this like perfect concoction of mathematics with points and where they've landed and how it's just,
I love it. I love it.
So anyways, keep your eyes on that. A little funky thing happening there in MENA. And let's move on to NA, where there's a little bit more of the
drama.
Great word for it. Drama. We have no idea what's going to happen here. All we know is Gen G is in.
100%.
You see, they're green. They're locked. They're loaded. They're in San Diego. Well, they're not yet, but they're going.
Gen G. K-Corp, Gen G. We need one game of them battling it out.
I know. We got to get that. If we don't get it, we riot.
Yeah. Well, we stay. We stay after the event's over, and we say, set them up.
Set them up.
Overtime.
If it's not over. If it is not over until we get Gen G K-Corp. We don't care about the grand finals. We don't care about the money.
Nope.
We need Gen G K-Corp. But we've got Complexity, who has 28 points. They're in a great position. As long as they go top 8, I think they are in.
Yeah.
Same situation with FaZe. And G2 is they're still in a great spot too. These teams, the reality is, as long as they do just decent,
subpar,
they should be fine, okay? Because them doing decent is going to knock out some of this other competition beneath them, so on and so forth. So the reality that we get Gen G, Complexity, FaZe, and G2 as 4 of the 5 teams, it's very likely. But that 5th spot, take a look, it is wide open. We got Dig at 17, currently in 5th by 1 point.
God. Yeah, that's
1 point.
Yeah, this is anybody. I mean, realistically,
anybody.
It could be, we could see Dig there. We could totally see M80 there. We could totally see Space Station there. Furia, Knights, NRG. I know it's crazy to say Koi in version 1, but like, just not seeing Calm is just gonna, you know, if Calm and Calm's dad aren't there, like, I'm gonna be like, what's the point? No,
it's not a major without
I'm sure they'll still
there.
be there, but you know, still. So really, I don't know. I have no idea what it's gonna be.
Well, John, I think that's a great segue. I'm gonna ask you. You got to make a prediction. We know we're gonna go ahead and predict the top 4. They make it in, and you've got to select the 5th spot. I'm gonna select the 5th spot, and we'll revisit next week, and we'll see who made the right call.
Okay. All right.
A little head to head.
Yeah. All right. I'm down. Let's go.
Okay.
You want to put a little wager on it? You want to put like little 5 gifted subs? You know? Just,
okay. A little 5 gifted. I can do that.
All right. It's 25.
5 gifted.
$25. Okay. So who are you? I will not choose the same one as you. Just for.
Do you want to say it at the same time? We can say it at the same time. We'll see.
Okay.
If it's the same team, we'll figure something out. We'll say it at the same time. That way we can.
Okay.
Give me a second though. I gotta think.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Okay. All right. I know where I'm going.
Me too. You ready?
3, 2, 1.
Space Station
Furia.
Gaming.
Oh,
Whoa! You got Furia?
I'm going Furia. I have not lost hope yet. I know that they have underperformed.
Bro,
I know
you
that
are
they've been
obsessed.
underwhelming, but there's so much talent on the team. I just know if they can figure out some cohesion, they are going to be so good. I have not lost faith. I'm gonna bet on Furia.
I appreciate it. Listen, dude. I was once a part of Space Station Gaming. I will never. They had like some of the most fire merch in the game, and
Yeah,
on
that's
top
facts.
of that, I still, dude, I love them. I think they, you know, even without Reddles, which is a huge bummer, I think their crew is just getting started. I think they're just warming up and everything. You know, 16 total points, then 8. I think they're coming back to take it. M80 is gonna have to battle them for it. Furia, you know, Knights, Energy. I don't know about Energy.
Those teams in 13, they've got a long road. That's
I
gonna
would
be
not
tough.
mind seeing M80 there. I really wouldn't. I'm
and they
very
could. They've
proud
got
of
a
them.
good shot. They've been consistent.
Yeah, but Space Station, I think, is going to be the one. Or we're gonna get a big old tie again, bro.
Yeah,
and at the
that's
end,
what
you and I are gonna just be drinking some beers, just like, oh god, like our team's battling it out, best of 7. That's what I'm more down for, because that was so exciting last week for EU.
Absolutely.
So that's my guess. We'll see.
All right, well, we'll take a look at the groups and we'll see how things could unfold, but this is how tight the race is. Like we said, those top 4, unless they make a mistake, they're probably going to be there, but that 5th spot is wide open. And like you said, I mean, you know, even teams like Koi and V1, it's not mathematically impossible. It's difficult, but it is still within the realm of possibility. So let's just take a look at the groups and we'll see how things stack
I haven't even
up.
looked at these yet.
So Group A, we got Gen G, Dig, Koi, and Shopify. Gen G should probably top that, no problem. We got Group B, FaZe, M80, PK, and Optic Gaming.
Okay.
The thing is, Group A and Group B are both interesting for the same reason.
Yeah.
You've got one standout that probably should take that top, and then those next 3, you know, Dig should probably take it. M80 should probably take 2nd, but who knows,
Who
right?
knows?
Koi could step up. Rebellion
Yeah.
could step up. PK has been pretty good lately.
Things could change very quickly.
That's right. And Optic, I mean, Optic's kind of like, at this point, they don't really have anything to worry about, right? Like, they're not making a major. They have got 13 through 16,
They're
both
just gonna be going
regionals.
balls to the wall.
Exactly. It's like, whatever. At this point, full send, have fun. So who knows?
Ooh,
Group A, Group B.
Look at C though, buddy.
C.
We need to be watching Friday. You and I
C
need to.
is stacked up.
Yeah. Okay.
We got G2, Space Station, Furia, and Ghost. Now, C is a little bit predictable in the sense that it probably should be Ghost eliminated. Now, there could be a mishap. Furia has dropped a couple series this split. Space Station's dropped a couple here and there. So we'll see.
And
but they should
G2
be...
sometimes randomly will just like drop
that's
early
true.
on in these first group stages. Like, or not fully drop, but like,
Right,
you know,
drop a
game.
series or something.
Series,
And so these top 3, you know, potential top 3, supposed top 3, expected, I think they can beat up on each other. You know what I'm saying? I think Space Station could definitely take down G2. I think Furia could take down a G2 or Space Station. Just depends on who's playing well that day. So we'll see how that works out. I'm really hoping that my boys Furia pull out the top of the group.
And what do we got for D?
Group D, Complexity, Version 1, NRG, and Axel. And this, in my opinion, is the group that's like tightest from top to bottom.
Okay.
The reason I say that is because Complexity probably should. They've been consistent.
Yeah.
They got a grand finals appearance. They should probably take it. But we know that Version 1's got that ability. I know they've been playing poorly, but they're incredible. They got beast mode. Don't sleep on beast mode. NRG has been improving. They're taking strides in the right direction. And Team Axel is just one of these teams that is kind of like chronically underrated. You know what I mean? They're never going to get that credit. They don't have these high profile players. They don't have this high profile brand. So they kind of just go under the radar, but I'm telling you, they're a good team. They got Toasty, they got Gimmick, they got Ajax, Coach Ronskian. Don't underestimate Axel because they can sneak up on one of these teams and cause some problems as well.
This is going to be a wild weekend, man. I'm so excited. I'm also kind of sad, to be honest, because like this is our first time doing this and we've followed every weekend, and it's something I actually look forward to now. Like the weekends and like the games that I really want to watch, and the Friday, Saturday, Sunday being the big day where everything unfolds. Like, dude, this is it. This is it, to be at the event, which is what these teams want so badly. And I get it. This is like where they get to play in the LAN and like get to be there, and the energy. Oh, that crowd. Oh my God, dude. I just get to be in the crowd drinking some whiskeys and taking some pictures with you beautiful people. Like that's my job when I go to these events. Like they have so much pressure, and man, I'm just so excited.
So before we get out of here, and John is talking about how this is kind of the conclusion of the winter split.
Yep.
It's all said and done. The games have been played. The matches have been won. The spots have been grabbed. But this is what we've got. We'll take a look at the teams that are involved already, and then we will add in those final few teams from these last few regionals this coming weekend. We got KC, Team Liquid, Oxygen, Team Vitality, and G1 representing Europe.
Yep.
We got Gen G already locked for NA, and then we have 4 spots remaining.
Yep.
We have the 2 remaining spots for OCE. We have the 1 remaining MENA spot. We have Team Secret and Crew Esports representing South America. Crew is the first time at an international event. Excited for them to show their stuff. Gaming Gladiators, again, first time at an international RLCS. They played Gamers 8, but this is their first time at an RLCS major featuring OSM, MaxU, and LCT. Excited to see that team. And we got to talk about it too. APAC at one of these majors, John, they haven't won a series. They did win a series in the wild card when they faced off against an SSA team, another developing region.
Yep.
But one of these days, it's going to happen. APAC is going to get that win.
Get themselves on the map.
This one.
Yeah. Man, I'm ready. Tomorrow starts it all off. Actually, even today, remember you could check that link to see how MENA did today, what kind of happened. And we love you all. Thank you for watching. As always, I'm about to sneeze, so I'm going to end this video before I even sneeze. I got like 5, maybe 4 seconds before I sneeze. It's gonna happen, but now I'm talking about it so much. Now I don't have to sneeze. So we can keep the video going forever, but we will end it here. We love you very much. We will see you soon. Peace out, everybody.